Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Okay, thanks, Mrudula, to start up with Trisham Panchasham. Today we are starting with a new part of book first, that is part 4, Enlightenment and the Vision of a New Way. Actually, last time we had learned about how the Siddhartha has did trial on asceticism and how he strongly refused and denied that asceticism because it was of no use for getting the solution for his problems. And he said that his body became so weak that he was not able to think even that by not eating food or doing any asceticism or tapasya, he won't get anything because the body is not helping him to use his mind. So, and I lastly told that people thinking of those who are Buddhists and
Yeah.
they say that they follow Buddha's teachings, they still are doing the such kind of thing by not eating food, whether it may be full moon day or any other day. They say that they should eat one time even though they are weak. I don't say that those who are healthy and if they don't require food they should eat, but if they are weak they should not have this kind of promises that they will not eat in the evening and using chappals, footwears and not disturbing our body, so that we are doing such kind of thing which is going against the nature. That thing is not good for us. It come up with denial of Siddhartha of asceticism. For the meditation for new life here, the new chapter is he Siddhartha Gautam, he learns himself then by refreshing himself about his past experiences of almost 5.5 years after he leaves the Kapil Vastu, his palace. He met many of the rishis, the saints. He learned many things from them and he mastered all. But he finds, after thinking of all what he had done for 5.5 years, he says that what he did till now has failed. The path was not correct. He clearly says that he failed in his to know what the solution of his problem is. So what he does, he says that the failure was of such a kind that instead of Siddhartha, if any one of us have gone through this kind of training or learning without result, would have got frustrated. But because Siddhartha was very firm on his views, on his what he wanted to do, so he was not frustrated. He said that now he will find his own way, and for that he wanted to sit on for meditation. So very hopefully he wanted to start his meditation to find the solution for his problems. The day he gets the food from Sujata, we had already learnt last Sunday that Sujata gave food to Siddhartha Gautama, and the same night after eating that food, his mind starts working, and because of his hope to find a solution of what he want to get success. He had such 5 dreams that night, which motivated himself to get success. We always say that the dreams what we see at night in a sleeping mode also is like what we always think of. And the same way, he dreamt this he had 5 dreams. What are the 5 dreams are not explained here in this book, but we know what they are. At present, I don't want to talk on that. Later we can go through it. So, and he wanted to know what these dreams indicates. When he interprets these dreams, he become confident that surely he will get enlightenment. And what is enlightenment? Enlightenment is what the real solution for his problem is. He will get that. He was very confident on it. So, and he also it is said that he had also tried to forecast his future. Forecast his future, we always think that someone says that this will happen and this will happen. Something or the other will happen. But actually, the thing is, forecasting a future is the planning. What we have to do in future, we have to plan already. And we have to work according to the plan. This is what his forecast of future was. And after eating Sujata's food, what the bowl in which he gets that payasam, it is said that he threw that bowl in the river. And here it is said, he says that if the bowl ascend the stream and not go down, then it is sure that he will get enlightened. Now, here I want to explain you the thing, ascent. Many of the translators had said that ascent means going against the stream. But the real meaning of ascent is not the meaning of against the stream. The meaning of ascent is to move forward. To move forward without sinking. Ascent has many meanings. Going up also is one of the meaning. Going forward is also one of the meaning. And here it is saying ascend the stream means moving forward, going, because whenever we put anything in a water, the thing sinks. And here it is said, without sinking, the bowl should ascend the stream. That means it should move forward without sinking. This is very clear here, but people with many imaginations and want to prove that Siddhartha was having a superpower, so his bowl went against the stream. It's not like that, so we have to be very clear here. It moved forward and it did not sink. But after going ahead, it sank. Where it sank? It sank near the palace of Naga King Kala. The name of the Naga King was Kala. Now, here again I want to explain you here that it is said Naga King. Naga in English, if we say, only Naga, if we say, it is called cobra from the snake family, serpent. But it is not mentioned here that he was the king of the snakes or he was cobra. It is only mentioned Naga king, and the name of the Naga king was Kala. Now here we can find out that at that time there was a Naga dynasty. As we have, I would like to give you an example of Nagpur at present, where I am staying here. This Nagpur has a symbol of Nag. Nag means the cobra, symbol of cobra on the logo we can say, or it is a kind of the stamp of Nagpur. So all the government documents have that stamp of Naga. So like when we say Suryavanshi, Nagavanshi, Chandravanshi, they use this pictures of Surya means sun, the picture of moon if they are Chandravanshia, the picture of the snake if they are Nagvanshia. So it was that kind of thing, and it is clearly mentioned the bowl sank near the palace of Naga king, but it is interpreted wrongly by many of the people, saying that this Naga was staying under the river, at the bed of the river, where there was a palace. How can a palace be inside the river? So naturally thinking, we can say the palace was near the bank of a river, and that place, because when the water fills up in the bowl, whatever vessel we just put it in the water, when it is filled with water, it is fully filled, the metal or the thing, it sinks down, and it sank near the palace of the king. And after that, Siddhartha Gautama thinks that now he want to sit for a meditation. So in search of a place where he can sit and do a meditation, he leaves Uruvela. When he left Uruvela, he went to Gaya, and he find a banyan tree near the Gaya. Now these trees are like very huge trees with a very broad trunk and very cool shade they give when we sit under a tree. We all must have experienced this. So he sat under there, and he said that this is a good place to meditate. Again, every time it is mentioned here, to find a way which would solve his problem. Means he has that problem in his mind. Which is the problem? It is mentioned ahead. So he sits there and find a good place. This was a good place for him to find this solution to his problem. But again here it is said, which side to sit? It is said that the east side, which is said that the sun rises from the east. So this is the sun always motivates and bring brightness and positive rays. So always the east side is chosen by the meditators to come out of all the negativities and the evil thoughts which is already on a common human being. So he chooses the east side of the tree, and he sits there because he knew that he want to remove all the negativities and all the defilements which are in his mind. So he sits there, He sat in a natural posture, we can say. Very natural posture, because when he was doing asceticism, that was not natural. It was against the nature. But this is the natural posture of a human being, sitting cross-legged and straight, upright. He sat like that under the tree, and determination he did. He had some determination in his mind that unless and until he finds the solution to his problem, he won't leave that place. Now again here, it is said that even though his skin and blood and bone all dries up or vanishes, he may die, still he won't get up. So it is said like that, but actually it is the determination. In next paragraph we'll find to know how his determination was again. So without getting the enlightenment, he won't leave that place. That was his the main determination. And the Kala king, the Naga king Kala, he got to knew about this, that Siddhartha is sitting under a tree with a vision to find the solution for his problem. He has a dialogue with his wife, Suvarna Prabhasa. See, there is no name for we say Nagin, but no word is used Nagin. If they are serpent means it should be the Nagin, Nag and Nagin, but it is not said. It is said the wife of the Kala, that is Suvarna Prabhasa, and they both wish good luck. At that time we say, no, whenever someone is going for exam or doing some good things in their life, the other people, they wish them that they should get this success. So these both, the king and queen, they wish him success, that whatever Siddhartha wants, he should get success. And they also say that the nature, it is said the nature should support him to get this success. And the nature includes the birds, the all plants, the flowers, everything, the air which is blowing. They all should help him to get success. So, as it was just a good wish from the Naga king Kala and his wife Suvarna Prabhasa, and as soon as Siddhartha Gautama sit under the tree for meditation, it is said that the negative thoughts arises. It's natural. Many of them first have that kind of thought, whether I would be successful or not. And these are called the evil thoughts, the negativity, evil passions. And these negative thoughts and evil thoughts are called Mar. It is given in the mythological text that they are called Mar. And these negative thoughts, when it comes in the Siddhartha Gautama's mind, he gets frightened first. And he said that these negative thoughts will not allow me to get success. But what happened? Then he collects all his willpower, his strength, and he says that I will not let overpower these evil thoughts, these negative thoughts in my mind, and I would be strong, confirmed, and with determination, I will do my best to find the solutions. So he says to all his evil thoughts that I have such kind of faith that what I can do. This is also when we counsel the student, we say, you have faith in yourself that you can do it. So this kind of faith, Siddhartha say he had, and he talks with the negative thoughts. He just, in the mind, this kind of dilemma is going on. He talks with the negative thoughts and says, I have faith in myself and I won't let you overpower my way. I am also having the wisdom to get what I want. So no evil thoughts or evil passion can defeat me. He uses all his strength to say that. And then he again say, you cannot defeat me in such a way that how the wind can dry up the water or whatever in the world can happen, but I will not be defeated in my life. I'll do what I want. So it is given here an example that when a crow see a stone where he thinks that it is a flesh and that will be good for his food, but when he go there and he found that it is not a flesh but it is a stone, and it will nothing will get to him from that stone to eat, so the crow flies away. In the same way, these negative thoughts, they vanishes from his mind, because the positive thoughts and the determination of Siddhartha, his faith, overcomes that negative thoughts, overcomes that mark. So in that way, Siddhartha sits with determination. Now it is said again, the second part of this chapter, it is said, he got enlightenment. How it is said? It is very important here, the first point, to feed himself during the period of meditation. Gautama had collected even enough food to last him for 40 days. Now, it creates a question here. Here we say that in the last chapter, the seventh point says that his skin may dry up, blood may dry up, bone may get destroyed, but he won't get up. So this is interpreted that he won't get up for even a few seconds from his place. But this point just say that he collected the food. Now, collected enough food is also having a problem, that how can a food be kept in a place, under a tree for 40 days? It is also just too impossible. That means what he said in the last chapter, that he has, what it is said about his future. He planned about his future. So he must have planned that he would get the food for 40 days from the people in the Gaya or Urvela, because Sujata and many people of that area knew that Siddhartha was sitting for a meditation, and they said to him that you do your work, you sit for meditation, we will provide everything what is required to you. So this kind of things happened that time. That means he used to have food for 40 days. He had food 40 days, which was provided by the people of Uruvela and Gaya. And also he used to go and do his daily routine of taking bath and going to get freshen up. This was his routine. Meditation, it does not mean he kept sitting for 24 hours without getting up, and that too for 40 days. So we have to think practically what should have happened, because two things are given here. He won't get up, and second, the food was there for 40 days. And the third thing, if he is eating food, he has to go for freshening up daily morning. So this cannot, these are all controversies if we interpret. So we have to interpret in normal way. We can say that the food was arranged for him, and it is it is very clearly said here. Second point, it says, having rooted the evil thoughts that disturb his mind, Gautama refreshed himself with food and gained strength. Means he did not want food to, he did not want to sit there without food, because when he did asceticism, when he was doing tapasya, he did not eat food, and he was very well clear that without food he cannot stay alive and cannot use its mind. So he used to eat daily, and he was eating it to get this strength. If he get this strength, his mind will work. This is really the practical thing what Siddhartha did, but many of us deny this kind of things and wanted to show that Siddhartha had a supernatural power and he did everything. Again we say, for 40 days he sat for a meditation without eating anything, as he said that he will dry up his body. Already he had done that. Again he did not want to do it. Okay. So he prepared himself for meditation with having food and gaining the strength and to get the enlightenment. Now it is said, future it is not given here very detailed, but in future chapters we will find out that it took Gautama 4 weeks of meditation to obtain enlightenment. How many weeks? 4 weeks. 4 weeks, it is almost 40 days, near about 40 days. Because, 4 weeks, it is 1 month, 30 days. Yes. And 4 weeks of meditation, and he reached final enlightenment in 4 stages. It is said, this 4 weeks in a month, he, step by step, he went to the 4 stages of meditation, not of what he learned from Arada Kalam. We already talked of 7 stages which was explained by Arada Kalam, and there he mastered that meditation. But this is the 4 stages of Siddhartha himself. Now it is said, in the first stage he called for reasons and investigation. What is the reason and what was the investigation? This is what we can say. He just investigated the past, what he had done, what he had read, what he had seen in this society. Everything he investigated and tried to find out the reason why, what happened that time. And he came up with one solution here. The second stage was concentration. So after investigation, what he found, what was the result of investigation, he concentrated on that result. The third stage he brought to his aid equanimity and mindfulness. Now this concentration he used to, we can say, clarify that with equanimity and mindfulness means no other thoughts like which may be having what we can say, भेदभाव को इंग्लिश में क्या कहते हैं? भेदभाव, discrimination, yes, which may not have discrimination with anyone. You know, all the results, all the concentration he wanted to do with equanimity. His mind should be with equanimity without thinking or giving more importance to other thing, one thing, and giving not importance to other thing. It was not like that. It was with equanimity. And the fourth and final stage is when he did that, he had the purity for this equanimity. Means it was very pure. It was for all the clear thing, and it was with mindfulness he got it. Now I want to just explain here. This 4 stages is the things which is always used with the scholars, you know. These are the same stages which Siddhartha has used to get enlightened. These are the stages for the PhD holders. When they start their research, they always follow this step. The first step is whatever existed before, or what are the thoughts of the society or the one who has done something on that topic, they investigate it first. And then they come up with a result that these are the solution this earlier people has come up with. And on that result he concentrates and uses his mind how it is good, whether it is with equanimity or they have some favor according to them, according to the self, according to the guide, or according to the situation. They favor something, and it is most of the time it discriminates the other things which are required for it. So these are the things they come up with. And lastly, third stage, they give their own thinkings. They give their own reasons to prove that whether it was done properly or not. Their own thoughts. And after that giving the thought, they give their results. That is the last stage. So these are the steps followed by a researcher, and this step was given by Siddhartha when he got enlightenment. This is, and one more thing I want to mention here. Nowhere in these 4 places it is mentioned of Vipassana. Nowhere it is mentioned. Nowhere it is mentioned that he concentrated on his breath. Nowhere it is mentioned that he has seen his body. Okay? Yes, it was a part of it according, because in future chapters we'll find it, how he had gone through it. But his technique was a research technique. So the concentration may include that. Yes. But we can't say the whole thing of what Anapanasati or Vipassana was fully accepted by Siddhartha while getting the enlightenment. So it is said again, thus with the mind concentrated, purified. Now his mind was very concentrated because it came up with a new light, you know. It was purified, spotless. It is said, I would like to give you the example, like you must have seen the Buddha statue where his hand is like this. Are you able to see this? His hand is this way. with 3 fingers up and the thumb and the first finger, they are touching at the tip. You know, this thing is always you find in the statue of a Buddha. This is not even a minute thing is with a spot in the mind. This is the purification. So this purification of mind, the Siddhartha got, and he expect with everyone that the mind should be concentrated and purified and specially spotless. Not even this pinch of part of a mind should be covered with, it should have a spot on it. This spot will not be, mention that your mind is not totally purified. So, if your mind is purified means what? The defilement is gone. Now, after when this all things, 4 stages in 4 weeks he get it, now he comes up with his problems. What are his problem? Very clear here again. Gautama concentrated himself on the problem of finding an answer to the question which had troubled him. It was not his personal problem. It was not his family problem. It was what it was. On the night of the last day of the 4th week, light dawned upon him. Light dawned upon him means he found that something in his mind, it is sparkled. Like, when we find something, we feel that there is this brightness in our mind. In that way he realized that there were 2 problems. Which are the 2 problems? The first problem was that there was suffering. He knew this, but still, this problem, again in future chapter we'll get to get it clearly, we'll know it. The first one was, there was suffering in the world. He's not talking of his own problem. He's talking of the problem of the world. And he says, the first thing that is, there was a suffering in the world. And the second problem is that how this problem should be solved, that is how the suffering should be removed. That is the second problem for him. So, these 2 questions, mostly, it troubled him. That there is suffering in the world, and the second, how to remove it. So, in the end of the meditation for 4 weeks, darkness was dispelled. Means he got a clear question. He got a clear question on what he wanted to work. Darkness was dispelled, light arose, ignorance was dispelled, and knowledge arose. He saw a new way. He found a new path. He found a new way. That is what that path is called, the enlightenment. The knowledge, which ignorance dispelled, the knowledge is called the new path. So these are the 4 stages, and what the new path was, it is explained in the next chapter. I think it is, okay, we can take it. This was the discovery of new Dhamma. What was the path? What was the knowledge? It was the discovery of a new Dhamma. What it is said? Gautama, when he said in meditation for getting new life, was greatly in the grip of this Sankhya philosophy. Means, before meeting at the time of meeting with Arada Kalam, he was very well declined towards Sankhya philosophy, that is the mathematics, we can say. And here he said that the solution for coming out of sufferings and unhappiness is not found in that Sankhya's philosophy. So he was very clear now again that Sankhya philosophy will not help him to find out the solution. Then he got interested to know how to do away with suffering. So then he thought of first one. He said there is suffering. He got to know, he was clear about it. Then he had another question, that problem that how to come out of that suffering. Before that, he asked himself a question: if there is suffering, there must be some reason behind it. So he said, what are the causes of sufferings and unhappiness which an individual undergoes? See, now the second question after the suffering, he is very clear that he wanted to find out the cause of suffering, the reason behind how the suffering is developed within individual. Why the people are unhappiness? What is the reason behind of getting feeling unhappy in their life? Why there is unhappiness? So this was the second question after when he thought of sufferings. Now the second question again, his second question was how to remove unhappiness. It was earlier, but in between that cause was there. To both these questions he got a right answer, which is called Samma Bodhi. Now here we say that when he found the reasons to this, answers to this question, he became Samma Sambuddho. So therefore Tathagat is called Samma Sambuddho. Samma means right, and Bodhi means right enlightenment. He got the right path, right knowledge according for how to come out of this suffering, and this he got it under the Bodhi tree. This tree after that is known as the Bodhi tree. So I think the fourth chapter is a bit long. We cannot finish it in 15 minutes. So, and that too we need more explanation because very difficult words are there. So I think I should stop here and I can open this discussion for question and answer if anyone has. Please. Thank you. Yes, Murudula?
Yeah, so one question I had was people tree is what we've grown up hearing.
Yes. Yes. Actually, I found out this, I searched it. So, it is everywhere it is known people tree. And I wanted to find whether people tree or banyan tree is the same. But it is not.
Yeah.
Okay. But they belong to the same family.
Okay. Right.
Scientific way, they have the same family. So they belong to the same family. And especially they are the trees which give more oxygen even in night. So maybe can't say whether it is written in this book banyan tree, but everywhere in the text we find it as people tree, and it is worldwide known that it was a people tree. So whatever it is,
banyan tree also there in that campus, that nearby that. Because there was one more tree I saw there when I was visiting Bodh Gaya, the Mahabodhi temple. There is also a banyan tree. I took photos with it also.
Yes.
Yeah.
Actually, in Tamil Nadu I found 3 trees together. You know, people tree, banyan tree and neem tree. These 3 trees are always together grown up. You know, So maybe some say this and that, but these trees are there, and they have the root together. You know, the roots are we can't find out which are the roots of which tree.
Right.
When they are grown together. So instead of we have this kind of questions, but yes, we should understand that there was a tree under which he sat, where he got a good shade and a peace for his mind to undergo what he wanted.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. Anyone else?
Yes.
Anyone else want to ask the question? We have 10 minutes more with us, but I would have not able to complete the chapter, so I stopped. The chapter which I did today, actually, I find that many misconceptions are there, so I wanted to repeat it. I think no questions. So can we stop now? If
Yes.
no question is coming up.
Yes.
Okay, thank you for everyone to listen me and giving me this opportunity to read Buddha and Islam and explain you. Thank you very much. Take
Nice.
care.
Yes. Thank you, Bandeji. Thank you so much. Jai Bhim, Namo Buddhaya.